Welcome to another weekend here on the platform. My name is Sam Omatseye. I have a special guest. Is none other than the great columnist, great newspaper editor, great pioneer, and his name is Mike Awoyinfa, who just turned 70. Congratulations.
Thank you, Gustav. Thank you. It's a big honor to be here with you, to reunite with you.
Yes.
After all that we did in Weekend Concord, the
Yes.
crazy things,
Yes.
the creative things we did.
Yeah.
It's good to reunite with you. Thank you for the past.
Yeah.
Thank you for the friendship. Thank you for the Weekend Concord, because you did a lot. You know, you were not a regular member of the team, but we always co-opted you. So
Yes.
Each time we wanted to write an essay, I said, Osam, write an essay for all of this. Wow.
Yeah.
It was a crazy time.
A crazy time. And you just turned 70. It was a big surprise for you.
Yeah, it was a big surprise now, but we thank God now. We thank God.
Your kids organized it. They even called me. I was not in town, and they said, we have a surprise party for our father. I said, oh, okay. I'm going to even call him now. I've been trying to call him to say happy birthday. He said, but don't tell him we have a surprise party for him. And then you got there, and you thought it was a family thing. How did you feel when it happened?
Don't mind them. They know me. They know the kind of father they have.
Yeah.
That this man, he loves his privacy. That this man is a very shy man. That he doesn't like talking.
Yeah.
You know, all the impression they asked me, Daddy, what do you want for birthday? I said, all I want is let me just stay with you, my children and my grandchildren. You know, let's have lunch somewhere.
Yeah.
We feel good.
Yes.
That was fine. That was the impression they gave. You know, I'm not a very party kind of person.
Yes.
When I was 40, it was Dingba Igwe.
Yes.
Who drove the party stuff at the kitchen.
Yeah.
Where we did 40 guests for Awoyinfa at 40.
Yes.
When I was 50, it was Dingba that run the show.
Yes.
When
You
I
were
was
60,
it was Dingba at
Sheraton. Yes.
So,
but there was no Dingba this time.
There was no Dingba.
So they took over.
So they wanted to surprise me when I said, if my friend had been here,
yes,
that's this thing would have been a big deal. I didn't know they were taking notes. They had their own agenda.
Yeah.
I didn't know their mom was part of the
co-conspirator.
So I didn't think there was going to be anything. My mind was I was just calm, and they dressed me up. And, they put a blue cap on my head. And
you should have seen that you have seen the sign.
So when we drove to Lekki, you know, to a very exotic place, very Maradiva, yes, that is the name of the exotic restaurant, which overlooks the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
I said, these boys, they have taste too. So we climbed the lift. Yeah. First floor, second floor, third floor. They just open like that. Come and see a barrage of paparazzi. Hey, see me wahala. Papa with the alacrity. Happy birthday to. I just open my mouth agape. That's how they led me into the hall.
Yes.
You know, who did I see? John Momo of Channels.
Yes.
Who did I see?
Oshoba.
With Hebrew woman. By the way, I'm writing the biography of the Hebrews.
Yes.
And what's his name? Eric Osage.
Tunji Bello. Dele
Momodu. Everybody, Wale Shokunbi, all the Weekend Concord crew, all my friends, all my friends from the past. And then it collapsed, so Sam. I had a kind of shock, a positive shock.
Yes.
The food they even served, the Chinese food,
I couldn't eat.
I said, this one don't be food matter now. Let me feed my eyes with the miracle. It was as if I had died and I woke up from in heaven.
Yes.
To see the faces I would have loved to see. I look, I said, where is Sam? I didn't see Sam. What happened? Where
Sam was not in town.
Oh, okay. So in my speech, I thank my children. I praise them for the organizational skill. I didn't know they have this kind of skill. That I know they only did it because of my. The same way my son, my twin son, Taiwo. He came from UK quietly. I didn't even.
No, can you imagine?
See another surprise. I just saw that one too. That shock. They even gave me his baby.
Yes.
Kinde also has a baby.
Yes.
So they gave me baby to carry. I thought it was Kinde's baby.
You said no, it's Taiwo.
Babies, they look alike.
Yes.
You know whose baby. I didn't even look at the eyes. Whose baby. So until I came and saw Taiwo, I said, "What? You are here?" Wow. Well, it's a day I cannot forget,
But this is 70 years and you've been in this profession for a long time. Tell us about your beginnings in journalism.
Well, it goes way back to my childhood. I was born in Ghana.
It always shows in your accent all the time.
I was born in Ghana. My parents traveled to Ghana because they said all the children they were having in Nigeria, they were dying. So, they felt they were being bewitched or something. So my father, out of anger, left Nigeria and went to Ghana. When he got to Ghana, he started having his children.
And they're all living.
Yes, they had two girls, my two sisters ahead of me. And me after that, after my two sisters, my father didn't want to have any issue. He was just tired of, all this childbirth. And so my mother, as she told me later, said, I went and met your father and begged him, say, these women, these two women, they need husband. Please, so let's find them husbands. Husband.
Say quote, yes.
That was when my father said, my wife, thank you very much. Thank you. All right, I've heard. And my father told me, I was also interviewing my father for my own story. Yeah. And he said, I went to the hospital to meet a white man, a doctor. I said, give me a medicine that will wash my body and that will give me a medicine. My father. So the man laughed and gave him whatever he had. And behold, Mike Awoyinfa was born. And after me, my junior brother was born, and it came to a point. In my childhood, I read a lot. My sisters, had books. All these fairy tale books. I read. I enjoyed reading a lot. It grew to a point where my father, asked me to go and stay, in his futuristic mind, or strategic mind. He felt if I stayed along with my mom for long, I might get spoiled. So he sent me to my senior brother, who was a teacher, who had just passed out of teachers training college and was living as a bachelor. So he attached me to him. And he too had a library like this. And that's why acquired a love for books.
Books.
I read all the books in his library. Peter Abraham, all the Africa, Tell Freedom.
Tell Freedom. That's Peter Abraham.
Yes, Mind Boy.
Mind Boy.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. And I became a bibliophile, someone who loves books.
Yeah.
You know? And when I write essays, when I wrote essays in school, primary school, you know, or they call it middle school, the teacher, they called me to come and read my essays. You know, what I did, I always ensured that whatever I read, I made it part of the essay.
Yes.
That was the trick.
That was the trick. Yes, yes.
You know, but to cut a long story short, you know, I came. We were asked to leave Ghana to come to
Nigeria.
You know, during Buzia's
government. Their own version of that's their Nigeria must go.
So I felt very, very bitter because I had gotten so used to Ghana. And that was the first time I was coming to Nigeria. And, you know, when I came to Nigeria, I came to Jebujesha Grammar School. That was my hometown.
Yeah.
You know, I was more of a sportsman. I was doing their huddles, their what's the name? Sprints.
Yes.
I was part of
track
the
and
school.
field.
I was the school goalkeeper, sports. I was the library prefect too, and I read.
You're a Renaissance person.
Yes. I read, and I made the best result in the A levels.
Wow.
You know, that is where I went to read Mass Comm.
In Unilag.
By the way, that is in the same school as where I met my wife.
Wow.
Yes. I didn't know I was going to meet her.
Right.
I didn't know she was going to be my wife. And she was such a small girl. I didn't know. But later on, we met again in church. And I said, "Are you married?" She said, "Yeah, come. Let's go and meet my." That was it.
That's how you got married.
That very night, my father went and paid bride price.
Yeah.
And the rest is
history.
You know, so I went to University of Lagos. When I got to Unilag, you know, you won't believe I didn't major in print. I majored in radio.
Wow.
Radio journalism.
Yes.
You know, the
electronic.
Yes, that's where I majored. You know, because I wanted to be a disc jockey.
Yes, I heard that story. Yes.
Yes, DJs
What's going on that time?
Yes,
was the rave.
Music and
people like Alex Condi and
yes, Benny Johnny
J. Yes,
my heroes in those days. You know, so you know, but as God will have it, you know, I didn't know radio writing will help me as a journalist. In radio writing, you are taught,
writing through the ear. Yes.
You are taught the discipline of writing short. You are taught the discipline of writing in simplicity.
Yes.
You are taught the discipline of writing and talking to yourself like a madman. So this has been the element of my style. And I have always been a lover of poetry. Yes. You know, and in secondary school, I read Alexander Pope. Alexander Pope. I read William Wordsworth, all those English poets. I love them a lot. I thought I was going to read literature, you know, but you know, Mass Comm came, and the love for byline took over. So after I graduated in 1977, then I joined the News Agency of Nigeria. You know, but they in Jos, you know, where I was their reporter. You know, this profession, you have to really start as a reporter.
You have to be grounded.
You have to be grounded. You know, people who leave the university and they find themselves in the editorial chair as editor, as desk people. They don't know what journalism is all about. Go to the streets, interview, report, look for news. Be mentored. I was mentored by a man called Naji who was my boss,
Yeah.
news
News
agency,
agency.
he was teaching me how to write, and he would edit, and I was learning.
Yeah.
Yes. So it got to a point where, I got fed up with the limitation of news agency of journalism.
Yeah.
No byline,
No
features,
nothing.
So
no way to show style.
No way of showing style. So this what's the name? Concord came over.
Yes.
I had even wanted to join
Daily Times.
Daily Sketch.
Daily Sketch. Okay.
Oshola gave me a job.
Okay.
With level 9. Well, I used the level 9 to go and negotiate. And what's the name? Now increased my salary to level 9 too.
Okay.
But even that, I still joined National Concord, where they made me their correspondent in Kaduna. I joined the team of chief correspondents who were going to nationals, the House of Assembly. Where the whole Kaduna was my empire.
Yes.
I was
Just like Kaduna.
No, only Kaduna State.
Yes.
Still, I was still ambitious. I said, no, I can't just be say he added, this is. So, luckily, there was a press conference organized by Malam Aminu Kano at Hamdallah Hotel. Okay. So journalists in Kaduna, journalists were there, and there was this Hausa, old woman like that, who raised her hand, started asking questions, firing questions like Amampo.
Yes.
In Hausa.
Yes.
To Aminu Kano, I say, who is this woman? Who is this woman? So at the end of the day, I sat her down, through an interpreter, did a feature story. And who are you? Yeah. How come you are doing journalism, you cannot speak English? Yeah. What is the newspaper you are working for? He said the Dafi Koba, which is part of New Nigeria, the Hausa version of New Nigeria, And I sat down and I did a feature story. And I sent it to Delegiwa. Delegiwa was wild. And he said, Hajia something, reporter without pen and notebook. Reporter's notebook by Mike Awoyinfa. Yeah. Hey, that was one of my happiest days. Say, Delegiwa has given me a column. Because he was a star to me. He was not even a star, he was a god. Yes. He was a god of column writing. Yes. So I say, for this man to really give me a column, this column, I'm going to sustain it. I will not let any reporter take it over from me. I will not make it a general, for anybody. So I started looking for human angle stories. Every week bombarding him, and he kept on using them.
I was reading them.
Yes. You see.
Some of them under his column.
Yes. Yeah. See, journalism is self-taught. See, when I read radio, I had to teach myself how to write feature stories. Exactly. When we went on vacation at Unilag, I'll go to Ibadan where my mother lived. I'll go to American Library, USIS. I'll go to their journalism. I'll look for a feature writing book. Learn the art of feature. I taught myself the art of feature. I taught myself how to write human angle stories. So, and in Kaduna too,
Hotel.
At Doba Hotel, I'll be buying foreign papers. How much was they? Were they the Sun, all those foreign tabloids.
Yeah.
And Herald,
the Mail,
International Herald Tribune.
The Mail, the Mirror, International Herald Tribune.
I bought all those ones.
Time.
Sad. Oh, God bless you.
Time
Magazine, me, Larry,
Lance Morrow, Roger Rosenblatt.
My brother. reading is very important if you want to make it as a journalist. That is the advice I will give young reporters. Read like there is no tomorrow. Read. Reading is like a boxer exercising, doing road work.
Yes.
Learning all the, watching the video of Muhammad Ali, doing everything. That is how writing is. That is the only way to improve yourself. Learn. Look for somebody who will be your mentor. Eventually, Delegiwa gave me challenges. He said, look, Mr. Reporter's Notebook, contribute to the Sunday Concord magazine. That's how I started contributing to the magazine. There was a big fire outbreak in Kaduna markets.
Yes.
And I went there with my camera. I always go with my camera, interview people, did the human angle story, snap picture of people in agony. And he used it as a cover story in the magazine.
Yeah.
Wow. Then I did another cover story for him on the city of Crocodile, Kaduna.
Crocodiles everywhere.
Yeah, there's a river of crocodile. The name Kaduna is Crocodile. City of Crocodile. That's the name of Kaduna.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes, I did the story, the various lifestyle in Kaduna, what makes Kaduna thick, the things, and he used it, So I begin to build a rapport with
the editor.
The editor started liking me.
Yeah.
So when there was a vacancy, when Louis Obi was promoted as features editor,
yes,
he brought me in. He came to Kaduna by himself.
Really?
And said, yes, Mike, I want you to come and walk under my wings.
Yes.
Let's come. So that's how I moved from Kaduna to Sunday Concord as a staff writer.
When this man was on my show, Peter Pan, he used to say something. He said that when you get into a position, sometimes you have to get somebody. You may not even be the greatest person, but you need to get somebody who will be there for you at that right time, at that right moment. Imagine Delegiwa didn't come. How would your life have been?
I don't know. I wanted to move to New Nigeria. And I was confiding in Delegiwa. He came over. He said, don't go. Come and work under me. So I went under him. And I learned a lot. Sunday Concord was more like a university for me. That's where I
really learned everything.
Learned journalism.
Yeah, under Delegiwa.
Delegiwa will deliberately give me a story. Mike, give me a headline for this. And I'll crack my brain and I'll give a headline and he will like it. He will use it.
You have become the headline master in journalism. That was how it started.
Yeah,
you see, we didn't know the story.
Those things really, really, really motivated me. It really motivated me. Then I went to UK. Not before. I went to UK. I was sent. Delegiwa had left for Newswatch.
Yes.
But I was sent to UK for International Press Institute.
Yes.
The kind of what is it?
IPI.
No, IPI. Harry Britton.
Okay, Harry Britton Fellowship. Yeah.
Yes. Where Commonwealth journalists come together for 3 months.
Yes.
And they attach them to various newspapers. That was where I met Lady Diana for the first time. And
really shook hands with her.
After shaking hands with her, I said, no, I will not wash my hands. When I go back to Nigeria and let this hand shake. I'll let this hand shake my people.
Yeah.
This is the hand that shook Lady Diana. Yes. I wrote a column. I won't find Britain.
Yeah. My poem on the politician.
They shut him out, but the rain fell and everyone in the room looked outside to laugh at him. The spectacle was blank. Their ears droned with squalls. On looking inside, they saw him grinning beneath his darkness goggles, like a wraith from the cemetery.